All right. Hello, everyone. And we are here today to talk about augmented intelligence, which is the next frontier of artificial intelligence. What to expect? Well, we'll be talking about this perspective on AI as an enabler of human intelligence rather than a replacement to human intelligence, which is a very common perception out there. In other words, augmented intelligence is supposed to be an extension of human intelligence rather than replacing human intelligence altogether. And that's what we will be talking about in this video. My name is Gautam, and I'm a lead consultant with the Data and AI division of Noble Prog. And what is Noble Prog? Well, Noble Prog is a global organization, a consulting and training organization spread across 13 different locations with more than 46,000 plus satisfied participants. We've been in the business for more than 13 years now. So yeah, that's a brief about Noble Prog and shifting gears to talk about artificial intelligence. Now, the best way of understanding and appreciating artificial intelligence is to relate it to human intelligence. A human can see, making a machine which can actually see. A human can reason, can interpret and respond, can learn, making a machine which can do all of these cognitive functions. That's really what artificial intelligence is, replicating most of these cognitive functions that we as humans exhibit for a machine to be able to do all of that. That's artificial intelligence. And one of the most prominent examples of that is our very favorite Sophia the robot. Sophia was built by Hansen Laboratories, and Sophia is actually the first robot in the world to land citizenship of a country, which in this case is KSA. And if you open any of the interviews that Sophia has actually given, you would really appreciate the fact as to how smart artificial intelligence has actually gotten and what could actually be as a future if we marry the human intelligence with this artificial intelligence. So very exciting times and very excited to talk about the next frontier of artificial intelligence, which is augmented intelligence. And let's ask ourselves a little more fundamental question before we dive deeper into it, which is why augmented intelligence? Why do we even need augmented intelligence? And to answer this question, let's build upon a scenario. Let's talk about a mine which has site engineers supervising the people entering the mine in order to ensure that no one goes into the mine with a soft hat and that everyone actually wears a hard hat. Now, this really sounds like a very repetitive task. You have people who are actually watching video feeds all the time just to ensure that the people, the miners, actually abide by the health and safety norms. Just imagine, let's reimagine this scenario where we have a live feed from multiple cameras, which are powered by artificial intelligence, which are actually predicting in real time if anyone is actually entering the mine with a soft hat. In other words, they are actually detecting and raising an alarm in case someone is not abiding by the health and safety norm, so that the site supervisor can intervene just in time to ensure that human can act upon the intelligence brought about by artificial intelligence. Just imagine how productive our sites will be. Same site, which might have been monitored by 10 plus site engineers, can actually be monitored now with one or two people, so that the remaining engineers can actually move on to do more smarter things rather than just looking at live feeds of cameras. This is really a classic example of augmented intelligence and how an alliance of human intelligence and artificial intelligence can do some phenomenal things. All of this wasn't possible a decade back or so, whereas all of this is actually a reality right now. This really answers the question, Why augmented intelligence? And talking about a scenario pertaining to artificial intelligence, any company would really relate to this fact that there are a number of equipment. When we talk about a site, there are a number of equipment which are operating on the site. And for any site to stay operational, all of these equipment really need to be functioning. In other words, as a site engineer, as a site supervisor, it's my responsibility to ensure uptime all the time. And augmented intelligence is actually powering all of that at the moment, where now, instead of relying on planned preventive maintenance, using AI, we can actually do predictive maintenance. In other words, we don't wait for equipments to fail. We actually predict when an equipment will fail by predicting its remaining useful life, by predicting its health at any given point of time using artificial intelligence, and operating it just in time. Rather than stocking up inventory redundantly, we stock up inventory just in time. And this really is revolutionary because this is bringing down the operating cost of these sites phenomenally. And this is just one of the enablers. This is just one of the reasons how AI is actually making all of these sites more smarter. And in this program, we will see in more detail what are some of the other major scenarios which are powered by augmented intelligence, and in other words, artificial intelligence, for businesses to become more effective and efficient. So really looking forward to being with you guys. Very excited for that. And if in the interim there are any questions or any comments that we can assist with, the contact details, the coordinates are there on the screen. We'll be more than happy to connect with you. So thank you very much for your time, and really looking forward to be with you guys in person. Thank you.